Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Secretary Sports, and a pleasure it is to have you live and in charge. Normally we have the intro. I extended things just a little bit earlier there, but normally we have the intro, but I've got a new intro in the work for this season for the Speedy Trophies Truck Series. So that's what we're doing. We're seeing penalties be given out for the top 5 from last week. Good to see everybody out there. Let's go to everybody. Hope you're all having a wonderful night. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to enjoy this race, this stream. It is the Speedy Trophies Truck Series for the Chop Chop Racing Series, and it's going to be a ton of fun. Starting grid tonight is going to be presented by Premier Racing Setups, PRSSetups.com. Use promo code CHOPCHOP15 as we get ready to roll. Nathan Bigart is going to be your pole sitter. Michael Strickland, your outside pole sitter. Colby Hartung, Ed Perry going to make it row number 2. John Hammond, Stephen Easton, row number 3. Rob Van Ness giving us a like. Alex Thompson giving us a like as well. Thank you very much. John Hammond, Stephen Easton, we're going to make it row number 3. Row 4, TJ Croper, Fred Chase. Row 5, Scotty Stevens, Jason Day. Anthony Shook, Greg Whitehead are going to make up row number 6. Row 7 is going to be Eric Schaefer, Brandon Banks. Row 8, Cody Kinsey, Brian DeLucas, Jorge Rincon, Connor Hazel. We're going to make up row number 9. Michael Newbrow out there with Brad Harris there in row 10. Row 11, Kyle Dewey, Stephen Hine. Row 12 is going to be Donna Williams and Jerry Culver. Row 13, Robert Church, Brad Dove, Coulter Jr., Jonathan Parsons is going to be out there. Row 14, Alex Thompson, Devin Asuda is going to be there. Row 15, row 16, Jamie Howell, Chris Roberge, Joe Thompson, Hayden Malcolm, and then Jeff Leiden. That is your starting grid, and this is your Count Out of Green, presented by Lunatic Designs. You want to check them out at Lunatic Designs on pretty much everywhere you go. Everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know it. He's there. If you need him, he's got you covered. It's going to be a ton of fun. Big boogity from Dan Apollo out there. How you doing, Dan? Good to see everybody out there. We are feeling it pretty good right now. I hope we're all enjoying that night. It's going to be kind of cool, right? I like it. It's going to be a ton of fun to see what we're going to be able to do here. Race information is going to be 130 laps. We'll pull that up in just a second. I want to make sure that I have the stage lap set correctly because the stage lap was a little bit different for what I had up here. I want to make sure that we're good to go because, I like to be correct in my statements here. It is... Yeah, pretty close to it. I was pretty close. I was 5 off, so it's okay. Race information for today's race. We're going to 130 laps here tonight as we're going to run that Hot Atlanta, not just Atlanta, not the Atlanta Super Speedway. This is the Legacy Atlanta. It is the bumpy racetrack that you come to know. 130 laps. Stage is going to be lap 40. No fast repair. 4 sets of tires. Top 5 from last week. Went to the tail end of the field, and they're going to be ready to rock and roll. How about it? Let's do it. We're going to do it to it. That's exactly what it is. Pace car is going to dive. Actually, pace car is going to give you an extra lap. That's what they're going to do. Normally, we see the pace car dip off on that first lap, but I think they have to get a couple of things situated before we get going. As some drivers are going to drop to the tail of the field. Cody Kinsey will start from pit road. Looks like he is going to be waiting for that to happen for the 3,000 I-rated driver. Connor Hazel, Krober, and Newbrow. Chris Roberge, all back here as well. Brad Dove went to the back. See the OL from that driver as well. It's going to be a ton of fun. How about points? We can look at the points real quick before we get ready to go green. Eric Schaefer leads the point standings. Joe Sanchez has a winless series as well. Brandon Banks third in the point standings as they would work. Colby Hartung, Nathan Bigart, both all three of those drivers with wins here through the first portion of this race. It's going to be insane to see what happens according to the schedule, according to the relative, according to everything that's happening here. I'm pretty thrilled. And if the points were as they were, Alex Thompson would be at the tail end of that one right there on the cutoff line if the round of 16 were to begin today. Hello from Budgie out there. Hello to all of chat. Chat, if you haven't done so, reach up at the like button for me. It goes a long way to support what we do. Michael's mom, give him some love. Go from AF Pops. Mr. Greg, thank you very much. Having a great broadcast. We will try to do it. How about it? Let's go. We're green. Cody Kinsey jumping into pit road. It's going to be in his pit stop. We'll see how this one's going to work. In top 10 Ooh, Hartung, Striker free on the bottom side. Out of the corner, he's got to recollect himself. Hartung was there to the outside. Striker just got a little bit free. Thank you to the signature on the back of that. I like that. A little prime action here. Roberge has a special treat on the back of his car as well. A little hoonigan race as they go. And looking at the deck lid here. I do like it. I do like it. How about that big update we just had as well? You folks get those? I'm going to refresh the paints for everybody. Yeah. So Big Art out front. Hartung's going to be second. This is going to be all about keeping those tires cool for a little while. Lots of value in these trucks as they work. They work. Fastest lap of the race, 32.32 for Colby Hartung. Hartung to the outside, season 2 champion. Season 3 champion for Big Art as the 14 rolls. We have Chop Chop Racing finale this Friday night. It's going to be the championship race at Homestead Miami Speedway. It's going to be an absolute blast to see. Hartung pushes out, extends out. He is going to take over the lead. Quarter second back now for Big Art. He opted out for tonight. Not ready for this track. It's all good. Mr. Bollinger, let's wish Chris Schuessler happy birthday, as today is his birthday. Schuessler, what's up, Chris? Happy birthday, brother. Hope you're having a good day. Are you 21 again? That's what I say. 32.02, fastest lap of the race. Again, going to lap 40. They'll be able to make it on fuel just fine. You see the drivers just went a little bit blank on the paint schemes there, just reloading all the paints. Because Roberge said he had somebody on board with him. It was either Little Frank or the number 3 car. Or the number 3 truck. A little regular paint scheme tonight. We do like Roberge and what he has going on. Here's your Beef Jerky Unlimited driver cams tonight. Brian Lucas is going to be your first with the cameras off 3 from the start of the race. 99 running the inside outside. 21 in tow right behind him. That's Brad Harris. Here's the 16 of Alex Thompson back to the inside. 89. That is our good friend Stephen Hine trying to work on what he has got. Hine on the inside. There to the outside. It's going to be Brian Lucas again off 4 from the start of the race. He's going to be rolling and try to do what he can here. Going to make some time up. That's all you got to do. Take your time as it would work. How about the guy who got free just a little while ago? He's good to go, though. There's the 88 of Michael Strickland. Strickland in that off 1 in that 3rd spot here. To be able to try to push forward. 1.2 second lead for Hartung as everybody working that long run race pace. He sits behind that the 01. These guys have been chasing each other quite a bit through the Cup Series, the seated in the Truck Series as well as they go to work. Good opportunity, good things knocking. How about Jerry Culver? That is the Culver man, Mr. Culver, the old Copenhagen Bandit, the old Black Rifle Coffee. We appreciate Jerry Culver being the driver camps. Jerry should be, he's the Bearded Racer 13 on Twitch. If you haven't checked him out, you got to go give him a follow on Twitch. He's awesome. He's absolutely awesome. We always appreciate Jerry Culver. I was trying to get into stream a little bit earlier, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't get in there fast enough for him. That one is... Who's that? Got a Chop Chop Racing flag. I'm missing some people. Missing some names. My bad. You know who that is? Let me know. Thompson off the racing surface right there. And how about that? That one right there. It's Jason Day. That's our other Canadian out there. A little Southern Cuts on board that Chevrolet. I try to keep up with everybody. I really do. I try to make sure that I have names out there. And if I don't have a name, I get it all jacked up on Mountain Dew. So apologies about not having the driver name on that 4th driver. How about this one? We know this one. This Brad Dove, he's off 3. Just trying to make some things work at the start of the tail of the field. He's working his way forward. TJ Krober there as well. Krober got the win last week. He is early in the season trying to get himself back into the main mix. And good to see you all out there. Thank you so much. If you recognize your drivers, if you have a driver out there, I encourage you to make sure that you are cheering them on and give them some love. We brought a pit road early. Light front damage early. That new tire model, or that new damage model, it's crazy. That thing was flapping around like a piece of paper. It was Nubra on pit road, but he is not on pit road. That was Hayden. That's who it was. I should have known that. Relative lap 12, and I don't know what's going on with the old SDK, but it's doing something weird. Let's do this. Hayden Malcolm, thank you very much. I should have known that. Hartung out front, 1.48 over Strickland and Big Art. There's the mile and a half. Ooh, sees the 9 to the outside. Fred Chase trying to keep himself on the left or the right rear quarter panel. I know that he's been in the cameras before. I normally label cameras from on video from my end so that way I could see it. And I just didn't do it. Fred Chase to the back bumper, 1566 on the I rating. There's Steven Isham right behind. But that was Hayden Malcolm there, folks. You know. I try to. Whoop. There's Brad Harris. He's stuck in the wall here. He's 110% stuck in the wall. As we'll be under caution for the first time. That's crazy. Let's go see what happened. Brad Harris, Jonathan Parsons. Oh. It was Greg Whitehead to his outside. Here's Harris. Corner out. Let's take a look here. 21. Front straightaway where it narrows, similar to what you see in the D-shape oval. Oh, just gets a little bit free and nowhere for Greg to go. Watch this from Greg's point of view. Greg carrying speed right here. I think the 21 just got free. That's what it looks like. Watch this again. Yeah, 21 snaps right there, gets free. Just comes down. A little net code helps, but I think that contact was going to happen. 21 jumps to pit road. He was stuck in the wall there for a moment, too. Kobe Hartung out front. He's going to be that race leader as we get ready to get back to it. See if anybody decides to come to pit road to try a little bake and bake on it. Andrew, thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a good day. All right. David, thank you very much. What's up, David Durand out there? How you doing, brother? Good to see you out there. Thank you for liking the stream. Appreciate you. If you're out there, watch it again. Those likes go a long way to support the stream. Helps us take care of business over here. Watch those ads because the ads help us pay the bills. Get yourself some coffee because coffee is the key to success. Look at what I think. Bottom left hand of your screen is going to be all of our sponsors. That includes Lunatic Designs, Matterwood Racing, Beef Jerky Unlimited, Female Carpets, Chop Shop Racing, First Performance, and of course, Dark Horizon Fishing. Forget anybody? I don't think I forgot anybody. And Budgie. And Budgie, the budginess. The budgiest of birds. She's awesome. Half a dozen drivers coming to pit road. Hayden Malcolm there as well. Newbrow. What if he called it a night early? He was out on lap 11. Yeah, it looks like he called it a night. There's some right front damage on his truck, and I don't know where it came from. Boulder's really moving up fast. He can be. He's up 16. He is the biggest mover of the race. Just needs to take himself some time. Pull the tires off, keep himself going. And Apollo out there on the old Facebook platform. 21 Harris into the line. There it is. Race controller has control of the messages. Claim for the front stretch rack. First claim. 2 claims and you get parked for the night. You know, you could be doing one of 2 things right now. You could be watching this, or you could be getting ready to watch the debate. And politics sucks, so let's watch this. How about it? Let's go. We're going. We're green. Hartung, Big Art, Strickland, Chase Easham's going to be your top 5. Eric Schaefer up 6. It's a good racetrack. Give him a push early through the gears. Drivers working on all that pace. We're going board Eric Schaefer here. See what the drive is going to look like for him. Colby Hartung still out front. Big Art there to the bottom side. We'll see if they're going to stretch this one out and try to make it to the stage. A little free for the 40. Saw a little bit of wiggle out of the wheel. Utilizing a little bit of the turn. Big Art's going to be trying to drop to the inside. We'll see Hartung work the bumpy side of the racetrack up on the high side. It's a little bit smoother up on the high side as well. You can really, really carry some pace. Schaefer running a little bit lower into the racetrack. Still has Fred Chase up to the outside, so those two are doing a decent job of holding on to it. Little door-to-door action for these two. Fred Chase up on the outside. Ooh, up to the door and down into the corner. Or we'll try to slide this one out of the corner. We'll see how this is going to work. Fred Chase will be clear, a little free for the 4. 9 to the back bumper is cleared now as they go. Here's what it looks like. Back to the outside. Into the wall, Colby Hartung. Hartung into the 88 side by side. Hartung just a little wall scrape there. He's fine. He got just a little bit more tight up on the outside of that race line than what he wanted to be. Outside of this racetrack, very bumpy. Outside lane of this racetrack works very well. We'll see Colby Hartung, Eric Schaefer will be digging. Big Art's going to be out front, half second the distance now as he and Strickland will try to work. Strickland second lane. Put a clean air for Big Art. See if he'll try to pull away from these drivers as Colby Hartung goes back to the inside of the 88. But the tires have worn back up. Hartung had a 1.4 second lead before the caution comes out. Now these drivers doing a bang-up job. Roberge up 15 spots. See what he's got going on. Alex Thompson came to pit road. He's going to be trying something different here as well. Little house on board. Hartung and Schaefer having a little battle up there, but there is first driver with a new set on board. Roberge just ahead. Inside there to the 28, Rincon. Rincon doing a great job. Coulter Jr. up 12, right behind Kyle Dewey. Managed the tires, is managing his pace. Colby Hartung still side by side with a 4. Mile and a half tracks. Always a pleasure to watch when it comes to the race line that they have here for the Chop Chop Racing Series. A lot of entertainment value for the 4. And the 14 right now, the battle for third. Going to pull the draft as the 14 going to be down there. Not quite clear enough yet. We'll see the 4. Again, double break into the corner. You don't want to get tight. It's going to go higher here. Right in the draft zone. 4-14, door to door. Little wiggle out of the 14. He's fine. I think that was just a little bit of the bumps there on the back straightaway. La mola de love. Let's go on it. Steven Isham in 5th. Ed Perry off 2. Don't count him out. John Hammond, don't count him out as well. Oh, caution comes out. Alex Thompson, Cody Kinsey. Big wreck. Kinsey on the inside. Oh, Alex got free. Both drivers taking some left side damage. Yeah, Alex just got free there and held his brakes like he should have. Just got free. The 93 went to go to the outside. That's Cody Kinsey there. He just gotten back on the lead lap. Outside. Pushed it out. Went all the way to the bottom. Went 3 wide. Oh, the air freed up to 16. That little bit of dirty air in front of him made that truck wiggle. Poor Alex. All right. PRS giving you the action. We're going to let these drivers have at it. We'll see who does it. We're about 15 laps away from the stage. I got to hydrate. Thank you, Budgie. I appreciate you. Let's get back to it. They're going to be double file on the restart. Big Art, Strickland, Hartung, and Eric Schaefer all ready to go. I think Eric Schaefer will be the outside. Nathan Big Art's going to choose the outside lane on the restart here as they go back to double file. Appreciate the channel points being used. We do have a couple of VOD reviews that we need to do. I do have one that we're going to be doing. That's from Penguin. We're going to be doing that. We're going to do this at the end of the stream. It is things that have to do with Twitch. That's what it is. So thank you very much to everybody. Go Striker from Van Nest out there as well on YouTube. Or sorry, on Facebook. And then look at all you folks out there watching on YouTube. Thank you so much. If you haven't done so, again, hit that like button for me. Make sure you throw some comments out there. We want to make sure that we're good to go. All right. These trucks are loud. They're fun. They're entertaining. And this is a great racetrack for the sounds that the NASCAR side of things on iRacing goes to show. So I'm pretty thrilled about it. Pretty happy about it. We're gonna have some fun. Gonna have some fun. Thank you to everybody who's gotten out there and been a part of our streams. We continue to just strike the best that we can. 0188, the 4 to the 14. Stage points matter here. Schaefer looking for his first win early in this season. I think we're in week 5. To go back and double check the schedule. Might be week 4. I don't know. We're green. It is week 5. I was right. Week 5. All right. Schaefer to second early. Good restart. He gets a great restart behind Big Art. And now we'll try to go and track him down. 14 to the back bumper to the 4. A little wall tap for the 14. 33 of Ed Perry off 1. Still there to the inside. Stephen Isham. John Hammond off 2. Has to just manage that truck as the Speedy Trophies Truck Series continues to work. Part of the sponsorship of the Chop Shop Racing Series is the Pole Sitter Award, which belonged to Big Art. Nate has a long-standing tradition of trying to get that pole position, but it is courtesy of our good friends over at Stay Tuned Podcast. Make sure you check out Stay Tuned Podcast and give them some love. They talk about everything sports and everything that's cool. Eric Schaefer in tow. Kobe Hartung is going to be in third. Stryker off 2. Just manage the tires. One of the big things about this racetrack. Roberge up 20. Down to the bottom side of the racetrack he goes. There to the inside of the 9. This track boding very well for the 98. There's Donnell Williams behind Donnie. Big momentum. Kyle Dewey in a 30. Says, hold on to my beverage. We're going. Coulter Jr. still in 15th. Is managed enough. We'll be able to get back into the front straightaway here up through the quad oval area. It is the D-shaped of this oval. It's one of the things you probably heard this weekend at the Super Speedway version of Atlanta. There's a lot of grip on the bottom side of the racetrack. 1 slides up in front of his teammate. 9 still battling side by side. Fred Chase, Chris Roberge, bottom side. 1 trying to go there. 3 wide. As Roberge, a little net code. Roberge stays out of it. He's good. He'll recollect. Donnell Williams back to the outside. Roberge will have to drop into the corner here as Chris goes to work. Roberge, Kyle Dewey. Dewey up in that second lane. Roberge trying to utilize more of that grip. Eric Schaefer still trying to close down 0.8 of a second difference here as Roberge is there on the inside. You see him is trying to drop into the corner naturally here and not drift out of the race line. Oh, Greg Whitehead off the surface here. He's good. He's fine. Able to hold on to it. Here's a look at what happened, though. A truck. He's battling a very free truck right now. A truck with some damage. He'll do what he can. They roll all the way to 35 laps complete this time by. It'll be 5 to go on the stage as the 01 works the outside lane. 0.9 of a second difference here is Eric Schaefer. Colby Hartung in tow. Hartung trying to close in just a little bit more. Coulter Jr. up to 4th already. Got a new set of shoes. A stage win for Coulter Jr. here, trying to do the stage break. Trying to get as many points as he can. Can he go? Can he get it? He's up to 3rd. 1.6 second deficit here between he and the front 2. 1.2 second difference here on lap times. Coulter just faster. That's the fall off here. Corner out. 4 to the 1. 4 to go on the stage. Coulter Jr. should just be able to turn into the corner here, be able to carry all that speed. That's just the difference between tires here. So use it as set to try to get a stage win, 3/4 of a second as they come around here. 0-1 to the 1. There's the closing distance as they go. Coulter Jr. trying to make the pass. Right behind. He'll drop into the corner. Tires are that much of a difference. 1/4 second. Now the gap cleared by a mile. Coulter Jr. trying to come around to win the stage. We'll have 2 to go at the line for the stage win. Momentum to everyone. Hammond up another spot here. He clears to 5th, right where he started. Stryker backing off the corner here. Seen a couple of drivers take some time. Coulter Jr. will come around. Only 1 to go here for the stage this time by. Branch, you've been following for a hot minute, sir. How are you doing? 609 days, almost 2 years. This is your white flag lap as they come around. Lap 40. Good to see you out there, Brent. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Why is it hidden? We don't want the bot to hide. Come on. Doing good. Fantastic. That's what new tires will do. Big Art. Try to get that, try to get all the points he can, but Coulter Jr. will come around. He will be your stage winner here. 26 spots gained. Hayden Malcolm trying to get 1 or 2 more spots when the top 10 cross the line. There's Braden Banks there as well. He'll throw the stage caution, and that will be it. Coulter Jr. gets the stage win here. As the Bardstown, Kentucky native, the MCI graphics on Trading Paints. That guy right there gets the stage win here. And will have to keep himself clean for the next couple of cycles. As, again, they only have 4 sets of tires total. So 3 tire changes in total. They're going to have to, they're going to be running 100. With 130 laps, it means they're going to be able to pit at least 1 more time. 45 laps kind of the cycle. So that'll be pretty much what they get out of the trucks. 45 laps so they can keep it green. So if Coulter is going to hold on to what he has, fuel might be the only thing he has. Did I? Yeah, I did. A sad day for, but I tell you what, he's got some good company. Carrie Fisher's up there. They could definitely get out there and put on some screenplays of Star Wars between Darth Vader and Princess Leia. Then our good friend Bones, he passed away this past week as well. Coulter Jr. coming to pit road. They'll cycle in. This pit road will get busy. And we're going to switch camera angles. I will be right back in just a moment. Brad Dubb's going to stay out. Jonathan Parsons out as well. These drivers probably taking a little bit of extra damage there. I was trying to see who the lucky dog was going to be. Newbrow back at him on getting that truck worked on that right front damage. So try to maximize some time. Try to maximize what he can. So a couple of spots gained so far. So he's completed a few laps. Still has a long way to go, but anything can happen here through the course of Atlanta. Atlanta Motor Speedway, home to some of the best in the world when it comes to racing, and these drivers will be looking to give themselves the better benefit of the doubt here when it comes to racing and just kind of what they have. Coulter Jr., a couple of drivers taking fuel only, maybe trying to save a set of tires for a later run. If they get about 20 laps in and then another 20 laps, we'll see how this works out for them. Tires for Big Art. Tires for John Hammond, Colby Hartung, Eric Schaefer, Brandon Banks. Stryker back to 13th right now. All these drivers looking to give themselves a little bit of extra. The adage is absolutely insane. I was sad to see that James Earl Jones passed away. You think about how big of a Star Trek fan I am, or Star Wars fan I am. Jess, I was getting ready to say Jess was a Star Trek fan, and I'm a Star Wars fan. But you gotta enjoy James Earl Jones from pretty much everything from playing, voicing Mufasa and the like. Oh, the 58 Parsons, something happened there. Take some right side damage here. I'm not quite sure what happened. He might have just had a malfunction. Yeah. Excuse me. And then we look at what was I speaking on? Oh, James Earl Jones from the voice of Darth Vader, the voice of Mufasa, from Field of Dreams, one of my favorite movies. I'm a baseball movie guy, right? From Field of Dreams to that show on Broadway he did, it was amazing. You loved Star Wars. Star Wars is, I'm an original trilogy fan. I like basically the Skywalker saga. I'm a Skywalker saga guy, kind of guy. Outside of that, the technical first three in the timeline and the last three in the timeline, take it or leave it. Give me some Carrie Fisher. Give me the Han Solo era, and I'm good. All right. We have another lap here as they ready to go back to green flag racing. It'll be the 25.581, the 01.1375. John Hammond ready to move forward. We'll see if he's going to be aggressive or if he's going to take his time. The best baseball movie in my opinion. Well, so I'm a huge Jackie Robinson fan. So the movie 42 was just awesome. It was amazing. In an era of baseball, he was. I mean, what can you say about Jackie Robinson other than he's just the best, right? So yeah, the movie 42 is one of my favorites. Field of Dreams is a great movie. Schaefer going to stop in the back there for a moment. We'll see what he's got going on. Alex Thompson will be looking for a free pass here. Got a lot of that damage taken care of, so he should be good to go. These drivers be ready. I mean, there's a lot of good baseball movies, but I mean, again, it depends on the kind of baseball movie that you like. Moneyball was a great movie too, right? Robert's coming back to pit lane. Greg Whitehead back to pit lane as well. Moneyball was a great movie. Of course, that's based on a true story as well. What else? Rookie of the Year. Who remembers Rookie of the Year? I'm probably forgetting more movies than I can remember. Dun, 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 dun. Angels in the outfield. Those remember that one. The Sandlot was great. Mr. Baseball. A League of Their Own. I loved Gina Davis, Tom Hanks, Rosie O'Donnell. Back before politics was her life. I'm like just a fan. And if you like Richard Pryor, how about the Bingo Long? There's a fan there. Bad News Bears. Come on. There's movies for days, right? We're green. Right, with a good restart there. Here's a little bit of crank it up for you. Going to round, big wreck on the back straightaway. Caution will come out here as drivers try to make it through, but the old tire strat did not work. And a lot of drivers taken out there. Brad Dove turned sideways. To see what happened. Brandon Banks to the back bumper. Oh, the 2 was involved, the 51. Let's see what happened. And this is just the pace. This is just how off the pace he's going to be. Older tires, into the corner. We'll have to look at Banks' truck here. Let's find Brandon Banks' truck here. Where'd he go? Here he is, right here. 3 wide into the corner. He's carried speed. Just got to the back bumper. Brad Dove just got dubbed. Dove will come to pit road. Schaefer will come into pit road as well. Going to happen to Eric Schaefer. Maybe just a chance for fuel here. Chance to run a little bit longer. Solidify what he needs to do. Big Art, Kobe Hartog, John Hammond. Coulter Jr. still holds on to 4th. Brandon Banks on the bottom side of the racetrack. Red Chase on pit road. Cody Kinsey getting some stuff worked on. Newbrow should have been your lucky dog there. Do you believe? I'm sorry, Alex Thompson should be your lucky dog here. He should be able to get back on the lead lap if he was not collected in that. I'll have to take a look and see. Go to back-to-back cautions happening here after the stage. Sorry, we're one. Just took a little while to get going green, so that was on that one. Let's take a look and see if Thompson was able to stay clear of this one. Oh, no, he wasn't. Oh, no. You got to brake. You got to call it out. You got to brake. Thompson will not be your lucky dog here. Who was your lucky dog? Man, oh man. Might have been Newbrow. Greg Whitehead, he's on pit road. Donna Williams on pit road. Jonathan Parsons on pit road. Several drivers off the lead lap now. Brad Dove coming back to pit road to get more work done. Cody Kinsey coming around. He is up to speed. So it makes me think, actually, I think Kinsey was already on the lead lap. He's a 51 just behind him. Scotty Stevens involved in all that. 2194 I-rated driver. Donnell Williams will come around as well. So we've got quite a few drivers off the lead lap here. Boy, I tell you what, chat's doing some weird things, isn't it? All right. CJ, what do you say? You actually haven't seen 42, so you have to check it out. You love Moneyball Field of Dreams is a classic. Didn't care for $1 Million Arm. I didn't like the $1 Million Arm either. Sandlot is up there for you. Gage, what's going on, Gage? How are you doing? Proud Mama from Coulter's mom. Much love. Donnie coming back to pit road here. Yeah, 42 is a great movie. I encourage you to I encourage anybody to watch that movie. Hey, it's a good movie. Came out in 2013. Those who know who Chadwick Boseman is, he played Jackie Robinson. He was he was Black Panther. For those who don't know, passed away. Unfortunate to see that, but he did a great job of portraying Jackie Robinson. Harrison Ford's in it. Lucas Black, he played Pee Wee Reese. Alan Tudyk's in it. He played a very controversial role, but he did so. It's a great history. I say great history. It's a great movie for the history of the sport, especially for Jackie Robinson. All right, Big Art Coulter Jr. going to be dropping back here. That's just the tire wear coming to fruition. The biggest thing he does not want to do is he does not want to go a lap down. It's going to be a big situation here. Lap times will be, caution back out again. Back-to-back caution, Stephen Isham. 58, 51. Stephen Isham caught up in that. That's unfortunate. Let's see what happened. There's Jonathan Parsons right here to take a look at the turn in. 54 went to the inside. Oh, he just got free and turned in and got into the brakes, and way on the brakes. 51 had nowhere to go. Neither did Stephen Isham. Scotty Stevens nowhere to go. Man, one more time here. Yes. 58 was on his brakes. No, Alex Thompson will come around. He should be your lucky dog here. There should be no. Have I ever watched Ford versus Ferrari? You think it's a good movie? I think it's a great movie. I think Ford versus Ferrari is a great movie. I was a fan of Gran Turismo. You know, I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of, you know, some of the Fast and Furious movies. Not all of them. I think some of them are just cheesy. As far as iconic movies when it comes to cars, I'm a Gone in 60 Seconds guy. Gone in 60 Seconds. That's what I would say. All right, Alex Thompson coming back around is going to be back on the lead lap, so he will be one of those drivers looking for opportunity. As long as he didn't waste any tires, he should be good. RB, what's going on, Mr. Rob Bob Turner? That's RB Turner out there. How you doing, brother? Much love to you. Cars one, there you go. There ain't nothing wrong with cars, okay? I actually like the second one, too, when Mater goes to Japan. Toe Mater. You know. Thank you, Brent. Penalty for the 5-8 line. First claim. He did claim, so good deal. But yeah, there's a lot of good movies out there, folks. I like movies, so I would rather watch a movie than watch television. You know, there's a few series out there that I like, but you know, I'm a Western guy. I like Westerns. I like sports movies. Now I will tell you that my favorite all-time movie is City of Angels, and that is Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan in it. My favorite comedy of all time is Dogma. But you know, I mean, I like my Westerns. Did you? I saw something the other day, and I don't know if this is a popular or unpopular opinion. He would love to play Arthur Morgan. Who was it? Was it Roger Clark? Well, Roger Clark was the voice of him. Was it Rob Whitehoff? That's John Marston. Lights are going to be off on the pace car here as we get ready to go. Oh, it was the guy from The Walking Dead, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. We're green. He said he'd do it for free. Bigard, Hartong, Hammond. Oh, somebody on the wall back here. That was Anthony Shook. Got punted here. Oh, no, somebody got freed up in the 30. Put him up into the wall. It was a bad restart. I think that was Eric Schaefer and Brandon Banks. They were trying to break their teammates getting into each other. This is not turning out to be the best of the restarts here. They had a great start to the race. Big checkups. Oh. Banks will get a black flag there. Schaefer able to lock down the tire, so both drivers should be fine. They're good. Roberge. Stephen Isham looking for a free pass here. Stephen Isham should be the lucky dog. This has not been the restart. They have not gotten good restarts. Jeffrey Dean Morgan made it known with no shred of uncertainty that he would love to play Arthur Morgan. He said, "Oh, beep, that's the one I want to do." He claimed when asked if he'd be up for the taking of the iconic Rockstar Games role, he noted, "Not even a question." I think that he would be a great Arthur Morgan. I think he'd do a great job. I would love to see a live-action Red Dead Redemption TV series. You know, with all the adaptations that we see from video games, you know, from Need for Speed to just so many of these movies out there that could show up, and at any given time you could see yourself. We could see. I mean, look, Fallout just had a movie. is that Roberge? That's Steven Easton coming back around. That might have been Roberge. Yeah, Roberge coming back around. It's going to get one of his laps back. He's a few laps down here. What is the weather in my area right now? It's about 60 degrees. It is cool, calm, partly cloudy. It was 91 today, but it's cooling down tonight. It's supposed to be hot tomorrow. It's been nice. We were in a drought though. We're in a burn ban right now. Don't burn anything. Don't light any fireworks. If you're a smoker, make sure that you putting pork butts on and not throwing your cigarette butts out. Don't do that stuff, folks. That stuff is not good. Not good. Don't catch anything on fire. RDR is awesome. I love RDR. I think Red Dead Redemption is a great game. I love them both. I love the RP. I like it all. I am thoroughly looking forward to if you have played Red Dead Redemption 2 and you got to the end of the game, and of course I don't like to spoil games for other people, but if you got out there and you played that game, you got a couple of drivers a lap down here. Coulter Jr., minute 3 seconds of damage. Cody Kinsey is going to be as well. Seeing drivers go a lap down on pit road for some holds or for something. I'm not quite sure. 59 seconds on pit road for Cody Kinsey. Coulter Jr., minute 3 seconds on pit road. They should be fine here. Be able to take that. So they'll be a lap down. Alex Thompson getting more damage work done here as they look to try to do the best they can here. I like adaptations. I really do. I do see that we're supposed to be starting up the Powder Puff series here pretty soon, folks. If we don't get a few more entries, we're probably gonna scratch that and try to work on it later. We'll make sure our sponsors are reimbursed and taken care of there. But I will tell you that we are going to be hosting another race for Jess here prior to her surgery coming up, and it's going to be one we're going to charge a little bit more for the entry fee because we want to make sure that the winnings could be a little bit more. So it's going to be a $25, not $25, $20 entry fee. We're going to do that. It's going to be here in about a month. We're going to start advertising it this week. We'll post it up on Thursday, and we'll get everybody signed up for it. But we are still trying to work on the Powder Puff series as well. It's going to be Saturday afternoons, but I want to make sure that we have enough drivers for it. But yeah, those are some things coming up. Chop Shop's ending their Cup Series. They're going to have their Friday nights available here pretty soon. We have a couple of once in a lifetime streams coming up as well for a couple of different broadcasts, a couple of different things we have going on. But we're doing it. Green flag. Good restart for Big Art. Oh, 1, 14, 88. John Hetman back to 4th. Jason Day in 5th. Greg Whitehead trying to hold on to what he has. Cody Kinsey's in 24th. Tell you what, Newbrow just needs to keep running. They'll be picking them off one by one. Donnell Williams on pit road getting that truck worked on. I hate to see Donnie go through that. Coulter Jr. is going to be a lap down here. Couple of drivers on pit road, 25 laps down for Newbrow, but don't count them out just yet. Is it getting colder in Canada? I guess that's what I should ask. Brent, you're from Canada. 01, 14, 14, crossover. Brent, thank you for the like, sir. Much love. Two Canadians in this race. Jason Day, one of those drivers. There's Jerry Culver. And as our beef jerky, a little bit of driver cams. Gonna find that striker, I do believe. Yeah, that's striker. He's in second. Now in third, Kobe Hartung. Right there. Let's go on board and see what it looks like. That's what it looks like from my point of view. That's what it looks like from his point of view. What a wall. Prime hydration. Bigard just ran his fastest lap of the race, 32.22. But not the fastest lap of the race. That was ran by Kobe Hartung at 32.02. Striker second lane. That's what he's got going on. Bounce around. Bryant Lucas with a 99 on the paint, but running a 121 on the number. I think that they need to get that changed. That needs to change. His number needs to, caution comes out. That number needs to change. Kyle Dewey having an issue. Oh, Alex. That'll be the second one for Mr. Thompson tonight. He was up on the outside, did fine. Oh, it merged into the same lane. Still Alex's fault, though. Man. You hate to see it. Hold on to the night. It's cool, but it's nice. Good deal. Good deal. That's what you want. That's what you want to see, right? Oh, Atlanta Motor Speedway, turn it up, right? That's what it is. I want to grab some more coffee, and I'll be right back. We're going to let this have at it. They go count out of green. Lucky dog should be Greg Whitehead. He'll come around. tell you what, be catching some highlights of the debate after this, I think. I want to see what's being said. Outside of that, we've been having a good race. I've seen a few cautions. These things do happen. Sometimes this racetrack wants to be exactly like it's supposed to be. Hot Atlanta is living up to its name. It is a very, very tough racetrack. It is a blistering hot racetrack and absolutely amazing. Have a good night, Brent. Much love to you. I hope you have a good night, brother. It is nice out there. You're going to race micros, Gage, at Millbridge. What do you guys think of the new micros? Mr. Apex. Dogma is a great movie. I think it's a great movie. Green flag, we're going. Eric Schaefer jumped out of line there. Aiden Malcolm back in the mix. Aiden Malcolm a little free. 9 there as well. 28 to Jorge Rincon. Up 8 as they go to work. Eric Schaefer to the bottom side of the racetrack. Jason Day there as well. Want to make sure I look at this one because you don't want to see a penalty happen for a driver. He cannot change lanes before the start-finish line. He didn't. He's good. Clean there. I wanted to make sure. Because, sometimes those things do happen. Big Arts out front. Hartung. Hammond to third. Michael Strickland way up the race line. I think Dogma it's one of my favorite comedies of all time. I know it's very, very controversial, but I think it's funny. There's Stephen Hine up 15 out of the bottom side of the racetrack here, 42. All right, 89 there to the inside. Ed Perry back to the 33, up 15 for the 89. Good big love to all the drivers out there running their driver cams. That is Aiden Malcolm. He is back here at the 5'9", up 18. He's the biggest mover of the race currently right now. 5'9", just trying to take his time. Hold on, Jamie Howell to the inside. Good to see. Thank you to Hayden for running that driver cam. I appreciate him very much. Keep your nose clean. Keep the track running. Coulter Jr. back on the lead lap now after those early issues or going to pit road, getting that damage repaired. He should be able to run the outside lane for a little bit. We'll see how he tries to fare out here. He is almost slideways around that top side of that race line. Anthony Shook off the racing surface. He's good though. Come on, Shook. That right rear damage being troublesome for some of the drivers. Jason Day, Eric Schaefer, 4th and 5th right now, or 5th and 6th right now. Stephen Hine trying to work the outside lane. Joe Thompson. Little battle for the 12 and 13. Alex Thompson off the lead lap. Newbrow coming to pit lane. Or hit the pit lane commitments section there. It's just kind of how you make passes. Up to 32nd. Has gained a couple of spots here. Is going to be able to get one more out of Jonathan Parsons after he completes the next 2 laps. So that'll be another spot gained. Every point matters in this series. And he's had a solid start to the season. 75 to the bottom side. John Hammond going to go after the 14 here. Will slide up behind the 14. We'll see if the race at caution comes back out. Greg Whitehead off track. Somebody was up on the wall. Want to see that as we pass him. Let's see. There's Brad Dove. It was Cody Kinsey. Let's take a look. Oh, netcode. Netcode. '93, a little out on the corner. Out, netcode. So solid on the netcode there. Nothing the one could have done, nothing the 93 could have done there. That should never have been a factor. Should never have been a factor. 01's going to be your race leader, 1475, 8852. Eric Schaefer looking to counter those restarts. He's doing pretty darn fantastic. How about Churchy? Robert Church up 16. Aiden Malcolm still up 17. Lucky dog to be this time should be Alex Thompson. He will get one of his laps back and actually might be back on the lead lap here as we'll go to work. Coulter Jr. will probably stay out here. I would assume that he would. Jerry Culver stayed out as well. Bryant Lucas, TJ Krober, they all gave it on. Krober gave it on 69. We're completing lap 80. Bryant Lucas gave it on 42 last time he has been out there. Gary Culver gave it on 69 as well. Greg Whitehead on 70. Joe Thompson on 69. Some of these drivers just staying out here, doing what they can. Coulter Jr. behind the rest of the field. Alex Thompson will be your lucky dog. He'll be back on the lead lap. Coulter Jr. still a lap down here. Cody Kinsey to pit road, getting some damage taken care of. Kyle Adui back out there as well. Roberge still working on getting a lap or two back. Krober doing himself some justice. Don't tell me how those you guys like the new micros on iRacing? Folks, tell me what you think about them. I want to know how you feel. I want to take because I haven't called a race with them in it yet. I know that they gave them to us, but not micros. What is it? The mini stocks. What do you think about the mini stocks? Are they true one of one? Is it true? I know that they're rear wheel drive and not front wheel drive. First claim, EOL for Coulter Jr. So Coulter went ahead and claimed that one. That was netcode all day. All day. Just racing to the end of this one. So it'll be TJ Krober, Brian DeLucas, who last gave it on 42. Jerry Culver, Greg Whitehead. Joe Thompson up 28 spots. Nathan Big Art's going to be up off 5 and 6th. And Kobe Hartung just behind him, off 4, started 3rd. John Hammond started 5th. It's going to be an 8th. Eric Schaefer is going to be up 4. Jason Day back to 10th. Stryker off 9. The outside pole sitter is working on doing some of the best that he can. That's for darn sure. TJ, Bryant DeLucas, Jerry Culver, Greg Whitehead. Also, folks, I guess the big question, I've had this question for a little bit now. Those who have known my my love for keeping things fresh and keeping things good, and making sure that everything that is iRacing is just kind of what I like to see, right? We've had 3 different logos across my career. Now, I have a gaming logo that is just my personal gaming thing, but I've had a couple of different logos, and I'm about. You see one of them right there, and my other one is the new one with the checkered flag, but. I like what we see. How about it? Let's go green. We'll talk about that in a minute. Going to restart here for Krober. Big Art will swerve to the outside. Jerry Culver Maybe a little bit of tire. Could be able to do so as John Hammond. They're 4 wide back here. Eric Schaefer back to 2 by 2, funneling in. 52 up on the outside. 89, Stephen Hine. A little free for Eric Schaefer, or not Eric Schaefer, for Michael Strickland. Drivers trying to poke their nose where they're trying to here. Dangerous situation for everybody. Rover up on the outside. TJ will see the 0-1 behind. John Hammond just behind him. Right behind John Hammond, Jerry Culver, Colby Hartung, Bryant Lucas. In the 4, drop in, 4 with a head of steam. Bryant Lucas is going to be about 3 wide back here. It's a 5-2, goes to the inside, 54 to the outside. Jason Day trying to work on his pace. He's doing just fine, drops to the bottom side of the racetrack. Head of steam from the 89. As the 99 will be down to pinch here. Oh, a little bump. 54 frees up the 99. Jason Day giving a little bit of extra room. Bryant Lucas came in on 42. He's very close to being on out on fuel mileage. The 54 will cross over in front of the 88 there. Eric Schaefer up to 7th. Keep an eye on the situation here, because that's the one thing you don't want to see out of this race. You don't want to see the back straightaway get dropped in here. 999, 5, Church there, 9. Want to get to the shove. 88 saving a little bit here. Ooh, baby. Anthony Shook off the racing surface again. He's good, though. Able to hold on. Big hype for the Budgie Bird. Much love to you, dear. 01, 75, 14. Everybody try to stay close here. Rover only falls back to 4th here. Schaefer up 8. Harriming forward. Jerry Culver up 18. Solid day for Jerry Culver. Right behind Stephen Hine. Hine in the Pro Rev Esports Racing. 89, 13, 5-2. 5-2 of Jason Day down on the wall. Jason Day loosened debris off the left front of the truck. Man, oh man. Here's what happened to Jason Day here. Just a little tail whip. Gary Culver off the track. Anthony Shook off track. Jason Day to pit road. Jerry Culver had an issue here as well. He is just free. Was just free. Jason Day to pit road. Big Art is your race leader. John Hammond, Colby Hartung. Close race right now. Eric Schaefer going to tear up that truck and get it moving forward. Krober's going to be in 5th. Stephen Hine back here as well. Fred Chase having an issue. This track is just not being kind to anybody. Fred Chase able to keep rolling. Here's what happened to Fred. Oh, door slammed. That quad oval is just being very, very tricky to everybody. There's a 9 into the 12 onto the back straightaway here. Big Art rolling. Colby Hartung to 2nd. John Hammond in 3rd. Hartung trying to work the 1.5 here. Between Eric Schaefer and your race leader, 8/10, almost 9/10 of a second here. Schaefer Runs to the back straightaway. A lot to be said for every one of these drivers. Fantastic run so far. It's Cody Kinsey leaving pit road. Big Art trying to pull away. 4/10 of a second difference here. Schaefer closing in. 1.1, 1.2 second difference here. But a chance to close in. He's going to be able to run the bottom side of the racetrack. Here's a little bit of that clean air. Corner out. It's going to be up near the wall. And truck free, but it looks good. It's going to be in tow of the 75. Krober holding on to fifth here. 93 laps complete. Again, going to 130. Even Hine up on the high side. Brandon Banks on the bottom side. Banks to the back bumper to the 89. Stephen Hine, second lane. Robert Church, one to the high side, up on the back of two. Down to the back straightaway. He's going to carry a head of steam here. A little wiggle out of him, but he looks good. Out of the corner. Here's what it looks like again. A little free. He's fine. Going to manage that throttle. These tires heat up really fast. On the fall off right now, about a second and a tenth over Big Art. Colby Hartung closing in. Fall off for the fast laps of some of these drivers. Fastest lap of the race, Colby Hartung, 32.02. He just ran a 33.31. He's right behind Big Art. A 33.37 last time for the 01.14. 33.31. John Hammond, 33.31. Eric Schaefer, 33.41. Fastest driver on the racetrack right now, Ed Perry. 33.17, trying to clear some traffic here. Oh, baby. Stephen Hine down across the nose of the 5. 5's fine. He's good. Coulter Jr., he's out there running good lap times as well, just trying to manage the pace. Get that truck clean in one piece. Thompson back on the lead lap here. Trying to carry what he can, 34.39 his last lap. So they are about 9/10 of a second off the pace of your race leader. Big Art Hartung. Hartung, 2/10 of a second difference here. John Hammond trying to hold on to that third spot. Eric Schaefer, 33.73. Best John Hammond just a little bit. A lot of drivers. Still here, Anthony Shook, last driver on the lead lap here. Roberge and Kinsey having a little bit happen there as well. Roberge up to 25th here. Still looking for a couple of laps. Gets around Kinsey. Kinsey just was still a little bit of damage. Roberge, just unfortunate timing today for tonight's race. You're going to Chop Racing, SpeedyTrophies.com. Make sure you go check them out. Half second the difference here between Colby Hartung. Eric Schaefer gets around John Hammond. And this is where this one cycles forward. Drivers came in on lap 80. They got to save a little bit of fuel. 48 laps is the max. And so you might see some drivers save here. Ryan Lucas still needs to come to pit road. Last in. Right now we're completing lap 98. We've had a few cautions. But he's going to have to come to pit road. TJ Krober peeling off. He's going to have to come to pit road. He's coming to pit road right now as well. Greg Whitehead to pit road. Do you shortchange yourself? Do you come to pit road? Do you put a little bit of gas in it? What do you do to be able to make that work? Jamie Howell having a little bit of an issue there. But take a look and see. Like Jamie has a wheel issue happening here. To park it on the back straightaway and see. 3/10 of a second difference here between Nathan Big Art, Colby Hartung. Lap times going to the advantage of Schaefer. John Hammond just behind. .42 for Lucas. He is back in 12th. The 8 coming off pit road. That'll be TJ Krober. Krober just one lap down. Anthony Shook a lap down now for the 5-1. Jamie Howell a lap down. Will have to come to pit road. Has a black flag to serve. Everything working. 0-1 to the 30. Jason Day, much love, man. I'm so sorry that you had a bad day. It wasn't the driver cams, I promise. Aiden Malcolm, Alex Thompson coming to pit road. We had a bad day again. Jerry Culver, Joe Thompson. Still look at pit road. Bryant Lucas working the outside lane in 11th. A lot of drivers thinking about pit road now. Oh, Bryant way up the wall. I'm curious. 42, so that right there on the pit cycle. I look at the scroll down here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Yeah, Bryant Lucas. Looks like he's 61 laps on this cycle. We've had a lot when it comes to the way of cautions, but we've been green for a while, and at a certain point, it feels going to become a concern. And if it doesn't, then telemetry submission. I want to see how it's done. Big Art Hartung, Eric Schaefer, your top three. John Hammond in fourth. Brandon Banks is going to be up to fifth now. These drivers came in on 80, so they only had to save about 2 laps of fuel. Cautions may happen, but again, when you're running as long as you are, the fall off right now, 2 seconds to the drivers. Big Art is trying to hold on to what he has here. A little bit of lap traffic. Holby Hartung, half second of distance, 1.8 back from Hartung as we go. 24 laps to go. Giving us a little admin box love. Adminbox with 2x's.com. Whoa, 59, free and easy down on the bottom side. Aiden Malcolm backwards on the racetrack here. I think he was just free. He was. No caution. It's the inside wall. He is backwards. Sideways. He's just trying to hold on to the bottom of the truck. 23 to go here. Stephen Hine off on the grass here. This track is being tough for everybody right now. Big Art, Colby Hartung, Schaefer. He's the 7 going around. All right, it's Jeff Leiden. Hammond sees the 7 going around the 7 here. John Hammond in 4th. We'll see Krober work his way back around. There's enough laps here. The fall off is going to be insane. Stephen Hine coming to pit road. Maybe saying, I've had enough of these tires. There's Coulter Jr. He'll go another lap down, but we'll be fine. Hartung trying to close in, 0.6 of a second. My thought is this a unique situation to the drivers, or is it a unique situation to the way the field works? The camera needs to be louder. I'll make sure that we make that change. Making a note. Big Art Hartung, Schaefer, John Hammond closes back in. There's Alex Thompson to the inside. Thompson came out on 102s, just got newer tires. 4 to the 16. 75 to the back bumper of the 4. 16, giving a lot of room here. Should be able to drop into the corner. Has a little bit more speed. Just going to be able to make the pass. He's going to be clean. It's fine. 75 looking at the outside. Bryant Lucas finally coming to pit road. He had to coast in there. He ran himself out of fuel. He's already 23 plus seconds on pit road. Big Art, your race leader. Hartong's going to be second. Eric Schaefer trying to hold off. There's the 12 on the bottom side. There's the 1 there as well. 12 trying to have a little bit of patience. Joe Thompson with a little bit more on the wake of that truck. 12 has a little bit fresher tire. 4 down. 4 down to cross over the 12. 12's just on a newer cycle here. Joe Thompson going to make that pass. John Hammond, very patient into the corner. 12, straight line drives, gets up to the outside. 12 passing on the outside here. It's now the 75, a little bit free. Brandon Banks just behind. John Hammond, Michael Strickland rolling forward as well. Big Art to Colby Hartung. He's Alex Thompson there on the inside. Thompson getting his lap back. Grober's already gotten his lap back. Grober with 17 laps to go. Trying to do what he can. His lap time's about a second and a tenth faster per lap than Nathan Big Art. And it sits in 13th. Trying to close in 31 seconds and counting. Watch the relative as they continue to work. Big Art, 34.44. Hartung, 34.49. Schaefer, 34.58. 75 of John Hammond has raced clean. And the 54 trying to follow his teammate just ahead of the 75. Little wiggle out of both drivers. And I'm telling you, there's Brandon Banks and Stryker to the inside. 75 backs out of the corner. Big run from the 54. Crossover. Not going to be 3 wide. This is the battle here for third between 4 drivers. John Hammond to the bottom side of the racetrack. Hammond corner out. Will be side by side. A little free for the 4. Hammond will drop into the corner. Big shove coming. The 4 free in front of his teammate. 75 out. It's going to clear the 4. Hammond makes the pass. Hammond, Schaefer into the corner. Riker back to the outside of Brandon Banks. Corner out, John Hammond. Going to be able to be clear. Eric Schaefer to the back bumper. Gives enough room. 75 into the corner. John Hammond, middle lane. Now trying to pull ahead of the 4. Corner out, John Hammond. He's solid for third as Big Art leads with Colby Hartung. Coulter Jr. having an issue. Leaving the racing surface, he's fine. Wins the stage. That's a good day. That's some points. That's 10 extra points, and that's a great strategy to have. TJ Krober up to 10th already. Culver and 11th just behind. TJ with the newest tires, 99s when he came in. Bryant Lucas came in at 110s and 13th. Going to be able to try to be smooth sailing here. But Bryant Lucas, still 50 seconds, still needs that lap. There's Greg Whitehead ahead of him. Actually, he's going to be 2 laps down here. So Stephen Hine giving a 108 as well. 12 laps to go. Isham 3 laps down. Robert Church coming off pit road. I think he had a penalty. He was on pit road for a hot minute. Hayden Malcolm on and off track. On the bottom side of the racetrack, he's still dealing with that truck. Big Art, a full second over Colby Hartung. John Hammond in third. Stryker trying to hold on to what he has. He's going to be there to the outside of the 54. Outside lane, free for the 88. Drives to the bottom side of the racetrack. Gets out of the throttle. A great drive for Stryker there. Able to hold on. 10 to go here. Strickland is doing everything he can to carry that speed. Ed Perry, 2.9 back here. Strickland looking forward. Trying to get to the back bumper of the 54 here. You see him run that second lane. Dumping air. Ryan free for the 54. Stryker can get to the, if he can get to the outside, he's going to be able to make that. He's going to be able to try to make that pass, and he's there. Corner exit. Did go to the 88. Going to cross over. 54 free. Here's your race line. 11 behind the 88. Lap traffic galore. Stephen Isham up the race line. 3 wide, corner exit, 88 backing out of the throttle here just to be able to run with the 54. The worst time to meet lap traffic when you're battling for fifth. John Hammond, 5 seconds the gap, but he's closing in a little bit. He's got a good run happening. Big Art, 1.3 seconds over Kobe Hartung. Hammond in third. 54 to the inside of the 4. Strickland in sixth. The Brandon Banks to the bottom side. The 11 is on newer tires. That's Jamie Howell. And we have a whole lot of drivers on newer tires. Greg Whitehead and Church touch there. Gary Culver back to pit road. Big Art, Kobe Hartung, John Hammond. 7 laps to go. I'm just waiting for it to happen. Oh, wall tap for the 88. John Hammond just needs to press forward. Brandon Banks towing out. Robert Church. Get around a couple of drivers here. To run the outside lane. Given the pace that he is in, those new tires showing up. That's just how easy these drivers are to be able to pass. First to the bottom side, 19th. That's new tires over old tires. The fall off, 2 1/4 second for Big Art. Oh no, I'm hearing tires. Hearing something happen on the racetrack. There's Fred Chase. Somebody's on the bottom side. That's Brad Dove. Oh, no. Caution comes out. Brad Dove. Takes out the 14. Wow. Now the question is, you got 9 drivers on the lead lap. DJ Krober's going to resume the lead here. He's got the freshest tires of all the drivers ahead of him. Bryant Lucas is going to be your lucky dog. Take that back. Bryant actually might be on the lead lap. We'll figure this one out. Give me a second. Because it's showing 9 drivers on the lead lap. Yeah, so Bryant Lucas, first driver off the lead lap, will be your lucky dog with new tires. I mean, at this particular point, if you're the 01, you're coming to pit road. Krober, if he has another set of tires, would take it. Ed Perry, I mean, why not? I know, Tony. I know. I don't know what that was. He downshifted, got into gear. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what that was. Wow, was being nice. What's going on, Tony? Man. A little strategy coming into play here for a few drivers. Ed Perry staying out. Crowbrin on pit road. Brian Lucas staying out. Bryant's going to finish. Well, he's going to restart tail end of the field, so he's your lucky dog. But man, there you go. A big shout out. Man, oh man. Ed Perry's your race leader. Last came in on an 80. John Hammond, Big Art, Brandon Banks. We'll have our first attempt at a green-white checkered as they come up. Absolutely. A lot of drivers will get a free pass here. Be back on the lead lap. And Brian Lucas we'll come to pit road here. I think he's got a set, so might as well use him. We'll have a chance. You'll see a lot of drivers. Colby Hartung, who should be on the lead lap here. Yeah, he'll be ahead of Bryant Lucas here. 40 seconds of damage repaired. That's insane. Man, oh man. Blew the right front. It looked like you goosed it. That's what it looked like from my point of view, from overhead. What I saw when I went back and looked at it. So right here, I wanted to say, I didn't see how you got down there in the first place. That's what I wanted to see. Fighting that. Everybody's been fighting the truck all race long. And got freed up into the corner. You're able to hold on to it there. And then you got right up in front of the 7. Surprised the caution didn't come out then. And then I hear you downshift here. And then it just went forward. I wish this thing actually had, audible tire issues. You know what I mean? 33-75-01. Rat's going, oh, green. Man, oh man, what a janky restart that was. $75 back to the bumper here. Big Art, Schaefer, Strickland. The green first green white checkered attempt. John Hammond took 2 tires, tried a strategy here, couldn't get the restart. Ed Perry was just trying to do his thing. White flag waves, final lap. Big Art, Schaefer, Strickland. Final time around. Riker trying to get at the back bumper. Colby Hartung rebounding to 4th. As Strickland will try to get there. Nathan Big Art be smooth sailing. We'll just have to run a qualifying lap here. As these drivers go to work. Oh, Striker into the wall. Riker will see a close finish for 3rd. He'll not get it. Big Art runs the fastest lap of the race, 31.81. Last lap's going to win this one. as this one turned into a chaotic restart. Eric Schaefer ran a 32 flat. And Kobe Hartung, 31.86, runs his fastest lap of the race as well. We'll have to see how this one finished out when it comes to the official standings or the officially unofficial. It shows Strickland in third, but I'll make sure that iRacing updates before we get to it. Could be such. Yeah, does. Shows it. Nathan Bigart, Eric Schaefer, Michael Strickland's going to be your top three. Colby Hartung finishes in fourth. Brandon Banks in fifth. Grober, Rincon, Hammond, Perry, Fred Chase, your top 10. Greg Whitehead, Stephen Hine, Alex Thompson, Anthony Shook, Brad Dove, your top 15. Brian Lucas finishes 16th, a lap down. Robert Church, Jerry Culver will be those drivers as well. Rest of your race results here. Bryant would have finished inside the top 10 there. What happened toward the end? Robert Church, Jerry Culver, Joe Thompson, Chris Robert is going to be your top 20. Steven Isham, Kyle Dewey, Hayden Malcolm, Jeff Leiden, Howell, Coulter Jr., Kenzie Newbrow is going to be through 28th. I'll tell you what, Newbrow able to rebound a lot. Jason Day finishes in 29th. Donnell Williams in 30th. Scotty Stevens, Jonathan Parsons, Connor Hazel, Mr. Harris, and of course David Asuda back here on the end of this one. What's up? It's up. It is up. That's how it works. Tell you what, that was a weird, chaotic race if I've ever seen one for Atlanta, and it lived up to its name because this thing absolutely just through itself. So that'll be the second win of this early season for Big Art. Crazy to think, man. They all did. Everybody changed lanes before the start finish line. If you did it, here's the thing. Every single one of them did. Here, let's go back to that restart. Watch the restart check up. Back up. That outside lane stacked up. Everything stacked up. That's what happened. Everything stacked up. That whole front start right here backed up. We'll go back into the middle of all this here. They're 3 and 4 wide before the corner. They all did. We are going to talk to Nathan Big Art though, because he does get the win, gets it decisively after. It's chaos, man.
Yeah, it was chaos, that's for sure. It's a tough track. It's really hard on the restarts. The tires spin a lot. And it's hard to control, man. The track was hot, so that adds, it's already a tough enough track as it is. And when you put that hot weather out there, it's just not a lot of grip, a lot of tire wear, and it's difficult. So it challenges the drivers. It really puts you in a spot, and it definitely teaches you a lot. I think a lot of people come away with this, with a learning experience, and just happy that it all worked out in the end. There was a few times where, I thought things weren't going to go my way. Really didn't want to see the caution at the end. But it all worked out. I'm happy. I had fun tonight. Good racing, good battling with some guys, using the tire strategy to save some tire on the long run for the end of the first stage. Worked out great for me. And yeah, everything went my way tonight.
That's good. I mean, it's Atlanta. Whether it's the super speedway or old Atlanta, it's a tough racetrack. It's the one part of this racetrack that it looked the most difficult. Turn 4, get into the quad oval area, and then just being able to set yourself up for the corner. This track unusually runs second lane and high lane when your tire fall off happens. But man, oh man, I tell you, there's good battles, but that front straightaway killed a lot of drivers tonight.
Yeah, I bet it did because especially on that last run that we had that was green flag, I was struggling also just having to lift a little bit, crack the throttle on the tri-oval because
Right.
it would really upset the truck, and you had to be careful. You didn't want to have wheel in it. You really needed to set yourself up off it for get a good straight line headed so you weren't putting any wheel in it. And then even then at times, if you cut down below that white line, the banking is just a little different. There's a little bit of a hump there, and it really upset the truck. And even without that, it's just the tires get so old, they just spin. These things don't have 1,000 horsepower, but it's just so slick out there. It's crazy. But I'm sure going back and watch, there was quite a few incidents coming off 4 down into the grass.
There's a lot. There was every time I'd try to go look and see who it was, it just kept cycling. It was the next driver, the next driver, the next driver. So it worked out. It worked out well. It wasn't a driver that wasn't doing it. At least trying to cool the left right. I mean, that's one thing that can happen too. If you can get your tires below the line just a touch, just to cool them off a little bit on the grass, it does help to turn into the corner. That's the only cheeky thing that I know about Atlanta that happens. That does work. Old Atlanta, not new Atlanta. New Atlanta, you ain't got a shot in the dark. You don't even want to jump below that red line. It'll send you sideways, all weird like. But Nate, congratulations, second win of the season in these first 5 races. This was a ton of fun to watch. Going back to it, this is what old Atlanta was.
Yeah, absolutely. I ran this track in the Cup car last night, actually, so that's what really helped me tonight, just having a lot of laps on the track, and it definitely ran the same as it did last night, and the track is the track. You love it or hate it. I would say I really enjoy it. It makes for great racing. Like you said, there's multiple lanes. It was a fun night tonight.
They call it Hot Atlanta for a reason. Nate, give you shout-outs, man. You got a victory.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the Chop Shop guys, all the admins doing all the work and putting in the effort for us to come out and have a good time. Shout out to Speedy Trophies, sponsoring the truck series. Really appreciate them coming on board, man. Really love their trophies. Anyone ever in need for sports memorabilia, any type of trophy, hit them up. Give a shout out to you, Jason, Signature Esports. Enjoy everything you do. Every time I get a chance, get on there, watch. You're always very entertaining. Appreciate you. All the fans watching, all the drivers tonight, and number 1 fan always watching. Love you, Mom.
Brother. Now you got to go on. Oh, actually, that's what I was looking at. I was going to ask the dreaded question about next week. I mean, you got to start at the tail end, but we're going to Las Vegas, so that'll be a little bit more of a calm mile and a half, I think.
Yeah, but it's probably one of my least favorite mile and a halves. I don't enjoy it.
Run that high line.
Yeah, they definitely got me beat at that track. So it's all right to start from the back and just see what the night will give me next week.
I like it. All right, brother. We'll see you in the championship race on Friday.
All right, see you then.
That's Nathan Big Art, who comes home in victory lane. P2 Big Shave comes home, and I was worried for a moment that truck was going to watch you whip and then watch you nay-nay. Then you said, yeah. And then man, that restart got chaotic quick and able to sneak around some drivers try the old strat. Walk me through it, man.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened there, man. I don't know what Hampton was thinking, trying to only take 2 tires there. It's old Atlanta. You need as much grip as you can get. But no, man, all in all, good race. There was a questionable call earlier in the race in the stage break where I got a penalty. I got a unsafe pit entry for some reason and don't know, and that's why we went caution so long trying to figure out why. So Corey told me just to go back up to my spot. He would clear blacks, but I owned up to it in the next caution and said, you know what, didn't want to hear all the arguing, so I went ahead and EOL'd myself by rolling through pit road a few times and still came back to finish P2. So little self-explanatory there, but no, this tonight was fun, man. It reminded me of the old Xfinity cars here.
Yeah.
When they used to sway down the backstretch, but just a lot of car control that some guys, I wouldn't say can't manage, but some guys just don't manage their tires good enough, I should say, to maintain an old surface like this. But no, all in all, fun night, and I'll take the P2. I think that's every race I finished in the top 3, maybe.
I'd have to look back at it again. I was going to ask about that great. I mean, you, Hammond, Banks, and Strickland there for the longest time had probably the coolest battle going on. The 1 and 2 kind of separation there. They were doing their thing, but you guys were. I mean, if it wasn't DBR versus Chop Shop admins, like
we were chopping it up there.
That's exactly what was going on. I mean, a great battle and hard fought battle. I mean, you and Hammond had a good race line happen, just trying to keep each other honest on the race line. And then with Banks just kind of right there as well. That was probably the most thrilling portion of the night, watching you four kind of just trying to find your groove.
Oh yeah, that was a ball, man. I love slipping and sliding all the way around, but no, that was good. Yeah, I let Hammond go there when I got sideways, and then I ended up stepping on my pecker there and getting into the wall and let Brandon by me, and I was like, all right, I'm good with this. And then we got a caution. I was like, oh, I'm licking my chops now, boys. Yeah, it ended up working out.
I knew a night was going to happen. It was a top 5 night regardless. So what a good run. You and the guys. I mean, you at Banks top 5 tonight. I know that I don't know what happened to Newbrow earlier, but I'm glad to see him be able to get back out there running, pick some spots off.
Yeah, we told him to hang in there, man, and come back. He left, and then he came back and stuck it out with us. So he got some points. That's all that matters.
It is, because he was solid with the start of the season, and Kenzie doing coming back and running some laps too. That was good to see him get out there and continue to run. So DBR not in a bad situation at all, but you guys really did show up and you threw down. So congratulations. Give you shout outs, man. P2 finish.
Yeah, appreciate you for broadcasting it. Shout out to all the DVR guys. Shout out to all the admins in here for doing what they do. Appreciate them. Shout out to Nate for winning the race, and all set up shop. Like Nuber always says, he's the greatest for all the fix sets that we get.
Always a ton of fun, man. Congratulations. It was a night. It was a night of off tracks.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. We'll see you next week.
All right, brother.
That's Eric Schaefer coming home. Big Schaefer coming home in P2. P3 goes to this guy, Mr. Michael, the striker, the Strickland, the guy who was just trying to get around some drivers, and just when you finally make the turn left to get underneath Mr. Banks there, and you start getting to that point of progressing forward, dang old caution comes out.
Oh, towards the tail end there, we had some good racing there at the end. I think we were all pretty even tire wise, so just slipping and sliding. Yeah, it was the only way that I'd be able to get around him is either shove him or kind of do the dirt slide and hope that he would lift. So I was just trying to set it up. He was definitely better, Banks in particular in 3 and 4. It seems like I was getting a little better run on 1 and 2, and I could come down that back straightaway with a nice head of steam. I ate a couple of runs up there just to see if I could use the aero to kind of upset his truck, and never really did. But I just rode around him, just seeing if we could get around him, and then that caution came out. And then, at that point, it's fresh tires and restarts at that point. Who can get out in front? We weren't going to run down Nate if he got a good launch. I know Ed, he was on the high side, which I was on the high side. He had old tires, so we knew coming into that there's a good possibility of somebody spinning out at the start. And I think it was John that actually spun to the left, and then Ed, I don't know if he spun or he just He just was really slow there on the top side, but stacked us all up and stuff. And we had to make some evasive moves to make sure that the field doesn't wreck. And was lucky enough to not get involved in anything. I don't think anybody did. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh no, people got involved. It was just behind you.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure. I mean, once I got some clean air out there, I saw Schaefer, and I was going to try to. There's nothing you can do. I mean, one lap.
Yeah.
It's a go time, and then I just stuck it in as hard as I could. Schaefer did what he needed to do, is block that air, stayed up top. It got me tight, and I bounced off the wall. And I think Kobe almost ran me down there for fourth. Yeah.
5/100ths of a second. What it said by my calculations. iRacing live timing says 3/100th of a second. So it's crazy to see how just a little bit of momentum loss can pull you back so much with a huge run. I mean, Colby ran his fastest lap of the race at the last lap of the race, and it was only bested by Big Art by 5/100th of a second. So those are the things about this racetrack, is that you can run all out, but you don't want to run all out. You have to think about your tires, especially when that green flag run comes. That's what happened today.
Yeah, you can want to run all out, but the truck's not going to respond very well. I was battling tight end loose off, and most guys probably were dealing with the same thing, and especially when you got behind somebody, it just magnified that issue. It was all about tires today, tires and track position and restarts. Atlanta, to me, is probably the hardest track to restart on older tires. I don't recall any other track that is as treacherous as this place and as abrasive as it is on the tires. So I was just terrified every single restart. I'm glad we didn't have nothing too crazy on the restart. So kudos to all the drivers. We mentioned at the start of the week it was going to be one of our tougher races. I think we had, a good amount of cautions. But all in all, I think we got a good run there at the end, right before that last caution between Dove and Kobe. Too bad for Kobe, because Kobe had a stout truck the whole time. Pretty much was guaranteed a second there when Dove got into him. But all in all, it was a good race. It was fun. These type of races are fun. It's anything can happen, at any point. And it's just a matter of just trying to conserve as much as you can. And even when you do conserve, the guy in front of you generally is conserving just as much as you. So it's very difficult to pass. But all in all, it was a good race.
No, I love this race. This was, we had some cautions, but it's Atlanta. Like it's gonna happen. Like there's no question that you're gonna see contact at Old Atlanta. Just the surface. You're talking about it being abrasive. There's so much character on this racetrack. If you roll through the gas at the wrong portion of the restart zone, you're going to hit a weird bump that's going to send you sideways. Now, John took right side tires, so when he veered off to the left, at least that was able, he was able to kind of calculate where he was going to be. He was able to hold on to it. That was the change in the right sides only. A lot of grip, no grip on the left side. But Ed, he was just spinning his tires. That's what it looked like from the restart. It just looked like he was he was standing still with a burnout, kind of. So.
Yeah, poor Ed. He had a great run as well. I don't know where he finished. Did he get?
Ninth.
He got a ninth. So he got a solid finish. Ed's one of the guys that's been struggling throughout the season and getting mixed up in everybody else's hoopla. But good for Ed. He managed. He didn't kill the field when he started with old tires out there.
At least he chose the right lane to start in. He didn't start on the bottom because if he had started on the bottom and John had the same thing happen, well, that's the field. Right there,
that's the field.
So that was the correct lane to be in.
John overthought it. He should have just took 4 tires. He was good throughout the whole run. I don't know what he was thinking, taking 2 tires. You take 2 tires swinging for the fences. I mean, he should have just taken 4, and he pretty much would have guaranteed himself a top 3. But he just overthought it. Wanted to be too what's the word that I'm looking for?
He wanted to be aggressive. He wanted to be aggressive.
Yeah,
that's what he wanted to be.
I mean, I think it was just a bad call. Obviously it was, because he shot down to the left, but he was going to come out no worse than 4th on the restart, and he had a great car, or a great truck. So I think he just needed to take 4. He needs to fire his crew chief, whoever came up with that decision. But I've been there. Sometimes you make
We all
those
have
bad
to
calls.
try. Oh, we all have to try it sometimes. He was trying
I
to.
think he
He
was
was trying to
thinking.
beat Big Art off.
Yeah. I'm thinking he's probably just trying to take 2, get out in front, and then cautions will come out, and he'll be the beneficiary of just being out front. So,
Yeah.
because that clean air is very important here, especially in these trucks. But sucks for him. I know some of the guys got shuffled there on that last restart. We'll take a look at it as well. I know there's some clamoring about lane changing and stuff like that. So we'll take a look at all that stuff. I know we had some technical difficulties early in the race, but these are all, growing pains. We're going to move through them, adjust, change, modify, do what we always do, season in, season out. So, but I'm glad for everybody that showed up. It was a good field again, good field. A lot of guys did very well. It is a lot tougher than it looks.
Oh,
This is probably one of the toughest places we're going to go all year. Other than, let's say, throwing 40 trucks at Martinsville, this might be, one of our higher caution events. But it was fun. It was definitely fun.
Not looking forward to that one.
I don't think we even have it in the schedule, but
I don't know.
I'm almost certain we didn't put it in the truck.
Let's see. Nope, I don't see it.
Yeah, I'm almost certain we didn't.
New Hampshire will be the one that takes it.
The crown, yeah. How many cautions do we have today?
9, just 9.
I thought we had like 15. Okay, 9's okay.
9's
for
okay.
an Atlanta.
Well,
30 plus trucks.
So 8 with the stage break. So
no, these guys did awesome.
When the green flag run came, or when that long run came out, let me speak today. I do this for somewhat of a living. when that run came, that's when the racing picked up. Everybody finally got the chance to settle, and you were talking about the restarts being difficult. That's when most of the issues happened, was in that first lap to 3 laps after getting the tires up to temperature. And that was the other thing too, is that being able to get the tires up to temperature where you could feel what the track was doing. Because early in the going, it just whips around on you, and there's not much you can do. But Striker, this was fun. It was entertaining. Las Vegas next week, but you have a championship. You're going to be trying to outdrive yourself this week. You might need to pull one of those Hammond strats, depending on what happens this Friday.
Yeah, we're in the last race at Homestead. So we're at Homestead. Homestead always puts on a good show. There's tons of guys that are fast at Homestead. I basically need to do what Biggert did at Kansas, which is just take advantage of every point, get a pole, steal a stage, and grab the win to have a chance to be able to, at minimum, tie him, and then hope for some bad luck on that's probably much where we're shooting for. But it's going to be a great race. Make sure you guys tune in. It's Friday, 8:30 Eastern here at Signature Esports. If you haven't already done so, subscribe and like, and definitely interact. Help this man get to the next milestone. He's the best in the business. So if you haven't done so already, do so now, and then check us out on Friday. We'll be racing for a championship. So
you guys are already recruiting for that. I'm taking the little extra time. You're already recruiting for the next Cup Series. But if people want to jump into the Truck Series as well, where do they need to go? I talk about it all the time, but from the horse's mouth, where do they need to go?
We're always recruiting regardless of where we're at in the season. The truck season's only a couple of races in, so if you guys are interested, come on in. Our Cup season's about to expire here. We run Friday nights, and it's going to start up in about 4 weeks or 5 weeks from this Friday. We usually take a nice little month vacation, regroup, recruit, make the adjustments that we need to do to put forth a better product on there. But if you guys are interested, if anybody's out there is interested, we take skill levels of, from 0 to 10,000. We'll work with everybody as long as everybody's cool. You got a great personality, a good attitude, disregard the personality, just a great attitude about it. You're willing to work with us, through our lows and our highs. Come on over, come and race with us. You can check us out at www.chopshop.net. chopshopracing.net. And probably the easiest way to find us is either on Facebook, just search Chop Shop iRacing, or our Discord. Pretty much everything that we have is going to be in our Discord, and it should be in the broadcast description.
And
If
Discord,
not,
discord.gg
yeah.
/Chop Shop Racing.
There you go. There you go. Or you can just search where if you search Chop Shop, you'll find one of our leagues in iRacing. It might be listed as something else, like this one's Speedy Trophies. The Cup one is Chopping It Up, but you will find one of our leagues in there. So just shoot us an invite. We'll get you in, and we'll get you up to speed. But we appreciate everybody out here watching us, and we thank you very much for checking us out today.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, get Bryant a number.
He's 121, isn't he?
It says 121 on there, but he needs the paint to match.
So Brian is kind of our like what was that one dude that used to just run Boris said that used to just run road races. He's kind of our Boris said. He just shows up whenever he feels like it. So we gave him the 121, but I'm guessing he's picking some other numbers that aren't matching with it. We'll get him a number. We'll get him squared away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the one thing that I want to be able to tell people. I kept calling him the 99. I think I called him the 121 like 3 times tonight because I was looking at the relative and not looking at his truck. I like looking at the trucks, just like the crew likes looking at the trucks. By the way, no big deal.
Yeah, it's pretty confusing when we got him listed as 121, but he's running a 99 truck out there, especially for the fans. But that was Bryant Lucas. He was, I think, in the 99 truck, but internally we got him listed as another number. We'll get it corrected.
All good stuff. But anyway, Speedy Trophies. Striker finishes 3rd. Pending the official review, quote unquote. Let's make sure we say all that stuff.
Yeah,
I think there was no not having to change lanes for everybody that changed lanes. And it wasn't just you. There was some drivers. I mean, technically, if you think about it, Hammond was the inside lane. He did spin out, but he kept going straight. So technically, that split through the middle was changing lanes. Like, you don't want to take it is how it is. I think this was a fair end to the race, regardless of how it was. From my point of view, from the overhead point of view, I think it was fair.
Yeah.
I think everybody kept it clean, other than a little contact in the back. You guys did a great job. So
it's just an interpretation of the rule. There's multiple factors when it comes to that. Since I'm involved in it, I won't be part of any discussion. The admin team will take a gander at it, and I'm going to be fine with whatever decision they take. I know I didn't change lanes. Technically, if we were going to say the correct ruling would be passing prior to start finish, maybe that one would be more accurate than changing lanes. You can't start on the high side and pass on the high side and consider it lane changing.
Right.
But it would be more technically passing prior to the start finish line. But our rule basically states don't do it unless you're avoiding an accident, for the betterment of, which is basically what I was doing. However, being that I'm an owner and an admin, I will jump on the sword for something that might cause an uprising, items of that nature. But I am not going to be involved in it. Our admin team will take a look at it. If they decide one way or the other, it is what it is. I'll move on from it. If I'm penalized, I'm penalized.
I've already looked at it. I got it. He's fine. So,
I mean, I'm okay with it, regardless of how it pans out. But we're fair. We're going to be ultimately, the bottom line is fair. It's fair, whether I did it or someone else did it. It's going to be definitely looked at and reviewed, as well as some other items throughout the race that I wasn't involved in. All of those are going to be reviewed. So, all in all, this is just part of iRacing. This is what we do at every race. We review everything and make sure everybody's on a fair playing field.
It's part of running the league. It's tough cookies. Striker, much love, man. Make sure you give the rest of your shout outs and we'll let you go. We've talked long enough. I know you got a little one waiting.
Yeah, she's over here trying to get on. She calls them TikToks, but she goes to YouTube Shorts and watches a bunch of little like kid games and stuff like that. So she's trying to harass me about it. But I want to make sure that I do give a huge shout out to our main sponsor, Speedy Trophies. Make sure you check them out, speedytrophies.com. They're our main sponsor when it comes to the truck series. We got a ton of sponsors that help us throughout the entire season. I'm just going to name them real quickly, even though they might not be affiliated with the trucks season. But we want to give a huge shout out to Sherry and my three sons, Track Racer, the Baller Status Boys, Admin Box, Geomax, Virtual Velocity Racing, MCI Graphics, Stay Tuned Sports, which is our Pole Award winner.
Mhm.
Adrenaline Signs and Wraps, Klosterman Engraving and Design, Premier Racing Setups, Hoosier, and Thompson Racing. So we got a lot of sponsors. Every single one of these guys, including our patrons, allow us to do what we do. Come out here, have fun, spend some time with all the drivers, and be able to pay the bills when we need to pay the bills. So we thank you guys, and then we'll see you Friday for a championship race.
Yeah, back at it with Las Vegas next week and some more dirt racing. Brother, much love to you.
Actually, let me just make one thing. I didn't see Retchen out here, so I know he's out there with his son, and I haven't lately said anything out there, but I hope you guys are watching. We love you, Mark and Alan. Get better, and let's get you back on the track, Mark, as quick as we can, and Alan feeling as good as he can here in the near future. So I just wanted to say that.
We wanted, also make sure that we all say our condolences as well to Bones. And also now he's got company in the form of James Earl Jones. So at least
Correct.
all,
Yeah.
at least all of that is in a positive light. So yeah, Mark and Alan are every day in my thoughts, and I just need to call Mark and see how he's doing.
Yeah, it didn't even realize I was just so busy today with everybody showing up. He never misses, so he obviously had something far more important than running iRacing. So we're thinking of you, Mark and Alan, and I hope everything turns out the way we want it to be.
Striker, much love.
Appreciate it, Jason. Catch you guys later.
That's Mr. Strickland coming home in being about 3. It was a good race. Had a couple of cautions. It happens. Those things happen. Big Art gets the win. Biggest mover of the race. Joe Thompson up 18 spots. The old number 12. Good stuff. Bluff City, Tennessee. This was good. This was fun. It was a good race. I like it. And I like these kinds of races. So we want to make sure everybody's good. Let's go Striker from Scooby out there. Much love to you. Thank you, Ricky, for the like. I did see it. They had to change lanes. Yep. Love the mini stocks. They're a blast. I have not ran them yet. Probably need to run them. But, it is the way it is. Folks, thank you for all the likes out there. Make sure that you comment after the fact as well. The more comments we get, the more likes we get, the more views we get, the more we can do for these leagues, and the more that we can help build Signature Esports to be, more than just esports. Gaming and all kinds of stuff. And, try to make this a personal brand. So we'll put up a poll on our social medias as well about which logo you folks prefer. But when it comes down to it, I want to make sure everybody is happy with what we're doing. But I like all of our logos. I don't know which one is going to be the best, but we're going to keep doing it. So, folks, much love to you. If you haven't done so, again, go to iRacing.com. Make sure you take care of yourselves as well. There it is, Budgie. Just wait for Budgie to do it, and then we can end the stream. Much love. Be safe. Be good. Be safe. Be kind. Be good. Be safe. Be kind to one another. That is the most important factor of life. And without saying too much, I hope that you are all very safe tonight. And hopefully we can get over all these political ads and all this political stuff that's going on, and we can still get out there and game with one another. Also, if you haven't checked it out, 1.0 was Satisfactory. Just came out today. It was a ton of fun. Star Citizen is updated. It's been a ton of fun. I've got X4 Foundations that I've got a video I've got to do on, so we're going to be doing that. I have my review of Delta Force as well. If you weren't a chance to be a part of Delta Force, it was actually a ton of fun. I was going to live stream it, but every time I had a chance to live stream it, we had our deck that was being repaired. We had some stuff happen at the house, just a surgery, and all kinds of stuff that was happening. But I do have gameplay that is from me, and I did record some and get in and have some fun with it. I can't wait for that game to actually come out, so that way we can, get the battle pass and run it like we do a COD. Yeah, it was a great game, a really good game. I liked every part of it, even the dying part. As far as that goes, yeah, Tarkov wipe is not going so well, but it's Tarkov. Outside of that, if you want to game with me, join my Discord. Anything else with that, it's Penguin's fault. Much love. Be safe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, folks. Bye, Budgie.